Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. Got another fantastic game coming out for you guys here today. I've actually, this has been the same tournament. I can't remember what tournament it is, but there's a whole bunch of players doing a whole bunch of good stuff. And yeah, I just started looking into like the group stages, and there's like so many good games with so many people I just don't recognize. So, going to be checking out a few of them here today. Hart, we remember from yesterday. He is, of course, 23 years of age from South Korea, plays for Team Axiom, and yeah, turns out, I thought I turned this off where people can whisper me and it doesn't pop up. Okay, so he's apparently going to whisper me, so yes, hope it helps. Yeah, so anyway, that's fine. Yeah. Alright, so Hart up the top left side of the map. The other player, his opponent down the bottom left side of the map, it is going to be Mr. TooDming. I don't know if it's TooDming, but I don't know. Tood sounds like a bit of a wanky sort of word, so I'm not sure if I want to keep saying that all the time, but I'm sure there is a I'm sure there is a better way of doing it, so we might just call him Ming, because Ming sounds like a pretty good name, and his actual name is like Hui Ming Huang, I think, so yeah, it's should be good. Okay, so Mr. Ming down the bottom left side of the map, Zerg player. Looks, he's he's better put the stats out. He is 25 years of age from China, plays for the Zenith of Origin team, which is short for Zoo, or Zoo is short for Zenith of Origin. One way or the other, he is pretty awesome. He's going to go for a hatch first to build. Very, very standard stuff. We've got a Reaper coming out from Mr. Hart, who is also going to be going for a fairly fast expansion off only one barracks, which is fairly fast. Not as fast as a Command Center before barracks build, but then again, you do not want to do one of those against a Zerg player because you will probably end up getting owned by early pressure if they decide to go for a pull before hatch. But here we go. The Reaper is going to get scared off nice and fast. Queens are both on their way, and yeah, this Reaper looking to do a bit of damage, almost kills one Ling, but Mr. Ming pulls it away at the last second. He's got two Lings down to extremely low health. Some fresh Lings coming out, going to be attacking him, and now Hart is going to have to run because he is on the very, very edge of losing right there. Needs to jump back, needs to regen some health, and you can see the Lings, these guys are at the edge of death right now, but they're regenning as well. Not as fast as the Reapers regen, but still fairly fast. This guy's got the golden green shoulder pads of healing or something like that. Shoulder pads of healing. That sounds like a Diablo 3 item or something like that, but they work out pretty well. Oh! Ming, very, very nice. Knew exactly where those Reapers were going to come up and totally had that covered. Now we've got Mr. Hart coming in. He's got the factory. He's got the reactor coming out. And we should be seeing some fast Hellions on top of the Reapers, as well as a Starport coming out, and Command Center, and yeah, all sorts of good stuff. So very, very fast macro going on for Mr. Hart here, and should be quite awesome. The guy who was whispering before actually just played a ranked game against him in ladder, and because I always do one game per season, and just so I can see what rank I'm in, and then after that I just don't play anymore. Just play a daily match against the AI to get my level up. I'm like level 89, but I need to push it a little bit harder. But unless you're getting the 100,000 XP per day of bonus to get your XP up, it's really not worth doing it if you want to level up to 105. You pretty much just do one game a day and that's it. Anyway, I was playing a ranked game against that other guy who was whispering me, and yeah, I was as Terran, I was trying to do some good stuff. I saw he had Lings, so I got out some Hellbats, but he came in with like 50 Lings and like 50 Banelings. I totally didn't know the Banelings were coming, so yeah, he kind of owned me really hard. But he was in Gold League, and I'm like a Bronze Silver player, so I can accept defeat under those circumstances. Mr. Ming going for the third base. He's looking pretty good. We haven't really seen a lot of tech out from him yet. Not really pushing too hard for it. He's got a bunch of Lings. How many Lings does he have? 6. So really, really not got that much. And he's going to be facing Banshees very, very soon. He's got a single Banshee out of there. Where is that Banshee? Over here. Chose not to go for cloaking. Chose not to go for another Banshee. He's moved that straight over here. Going to be building Vikings. So obviously looking for some easy Overlord kills in this game. And the Banshee is going to be a nice harassment force right here, as well as the Reapers, which are dead. Are the Reapers dead? No, the Reapers are not dead. Where are those Reapers? There they are. They're over here. So did they get any kills? That's the question. So this Reaper, 0 kills. This Reaper, 0 kills. So quite ineffectual are the Reaper numbers. And the Banshee coming out now. Do we have a Viking out yet? There's the first Viking coming out. Going to be looking to do some damage. For now, we do have Ming with a 12 work advantage, quite standard at this point in the game. And now we're going to come down to this funky stuff. So the Ling's going to be trying to chase away the Hellions. The Hellions going to try and kill the Queens. The Banshee is going to try and stay away from the Queens. So all sorts of fun going on. And the Hellions almost getting trapped here, but I think they've got the numbers where it doesn't really matter. And if those Hellions can get within range of those Queens, they can do so much damage. And of course, Queens are a critical part of the Zerg forces, especially for macro. Not just for attacking, but especially for macro. So the Hellions can start to take them out, but they're sort of putting himself in a little bit of a corner here. Just going to run straight through, killing a ton of Lings at this point as well. The Lings are just dying so fast. They're slowly killing the Hellions, but oh, the Queen sniping the Banshee. And I think he must have been controlling them all in one group, so he needed to run the Banshee back even when the rest of the forces needed to stay there. So unfortunate, and the Viking is out on the map with 1 kill. Somehow is hiding above those crystals. I don't think that prevents low ground vision, those crystals. So yeah, but he does run back, and the Overlord zooming on in is going to get owned by the Viking. I assume that's what the plan is. So let's follow this guy in. Yeah, this guy's running. The Marines are chasing him. He is going to get away from the Marines, but is he going to get away from the Viking? I do not know, because these guys are actually pretty fast. I think the Viking is still faster. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, the Viking is faster. And the Overlord is going to be slaughtered. Ming has got 2 more coming out though, but he will be supply capped for the smallest amount of time. Hellions coming out once again. Hart really likes using these harassment units early on. He's starting to get medevacs and Marines coming out as well. He's got 1-1 on the way. He's got Marine production up there, and the shields, of course, are already coming out. Please tell me he does have stim. Yes, of course he does. And look at this creep spread, man. This is just like a creep farm over here. And Hart is definitely going to be wanting to own that all over the place. Oh, the Marines coming out, and the Queen's taking quite a bit of damage right there. So Marines doing a great job. And look at how much creep there is right here. It's almost impossible to kill all of that creep, but he is trying to manage to do it. And now we are seeing Banelings out on the map. Baneling speed just about halfway done. Oh, the Ling's going to be trapping some Marines here. Going to be not allowing them to run as fast as they otherwise would like. And yeah, so Hart doing a Ming doing a very good job. He's getting the Banelings out nice and fast, and his upgrades are phenomenal. He's 2/3 of the way to 2-2. Hart is only just finishing 1-1 off now, so really nice upgrades from Mr. Ming. He's getting the Baneling speed down. He's got a whole bunch of good stuff going out. His macro is, well, Hart's doing very good on the macro. That's all I can say. I think he did very well against Scarlet as well in yesterday's game in the macro department. So obviously it's Hart just seems to go absolutely nuts on the economy, and it's not something that the Zerg player usually expects. They think, oh, I got 70 workers, I'm in a pretty good situation. But no, the Terran player has 70 workers as well. And once they get that many workers, they start to pose a very serious threat right here. And Ming is pushing up a little bit. He's up to 80 workers, which is going to help him out quite a bit. But still, when you're facing off against 75, it's quite painful. We do not have a Hellion Blue Flame right here, but we do have more Hellbats coming out. And that is going to be awesome. Let's get the Ultra Zoom going on. Oh, Hart is a little bit flummoxed here, and I think he's going to lose a fair amount of his forces. Not lifting him into the medevacs and speeding away, as we've seen previously, does end up losing most of them. And the Mutas doing such a great job against the medevacs, almost killing 2 of them. But there are some Widow Mines back here, and very wisely does not run his force into the Widow Mine patch. There is another Widow Mine over here with only 2 kills, but I'm sure that Widowmine would love to get some more kills. The Overseer is with the main army, so no worries there from Mr. Ming. He's got the 4th base as well. We've got a nice drop of Hellions coming in here. This base is wide open, and Ming could definitely take some serious losses right here. He's only hitting from the high ground though, and then backing off. He should maybe run all the way in there. You sacrifice some units, but you do get a lot more worker kills, and that, I mean, he literally did not kill a single worker with that exchange. Oh, here we go. The Muta's coming in. Do we have a boost here? I don't. Yeah, there we go. He's got a very last minute boost. But that boost is about to run out, and then the Mutas are going to take it down. Down it goes, and Ming already getting level 1 weapons for his Mutas. So upgrades going very, very nicely for him. He's not got 3-3 on the ground or 2 in the air yet, but I assume that will be coming out fairly soon. It looks like Hart has got a decent amount of forces coming out here, but the Bailing's running in so fast, just out of nowhere, and just completely, Hart just ran. He just absolutely ran, and he's still trying to keep these forces alive. Maybe a medevac liftoff would sort of help them out, but Ming is starting to overstretch himself, realizes it, and falls on back. And we actually have a 4th command center out here. So Hart keeping on top of his phenomenal income, but Ming has realized what is happening, gone up to 90 workers, and now he is going to be pushing harder than ever. And now the macro is probably matched for both players. So we've got a crap load of Bailings coming in. Hart is going to be able to build a million things, but then again, so is Ming, and I'd really like to see level 3 upgrades starting. Hart is actually caught up and is going for level 3 at the moment. Oh, Bailey's coming in, but that missile turret actually sort of costing them a little bit of space. Oh, so much damage done to those workers. Really nasty. He's down to 66. His force is still doing okay, just knocking out some creep over here. Does see some Bailings over there. He's got to be a little bit worried about that. But for now, Ming is too busy with his Mutas over here, taking out all these forces. He's got a bunch of Marines. Might be enough to scare away the Mutas. Looks like it is. And meanwhile, the main army of Hart is going to be coming across this 4th base. Bailing's running straight out in there. The Ling's going nuts as well. And Hart trying to do a bit of split, trying to run away. But it really just is a phenomenal amount of Bailings and Lings. Maybe if you send more Widowmines out the front lines, you'd have a better chance of dealing with those guys. But still, it's just such a pain in the ass to actually deal with that. Oh man, oh man. So we've got upgrades wise, I mean, Ming has sort of stopped. He's sort of stopped producing those upgrades. He's just going for sheer units at the moment. But Hart continuing to get his upgrades halfway through 3-3 right now, and that's going to start to be a major, major deal very, very soon. Here we go. Bailing's coming in, continuing to just eat away at those Marine forces, but Marines, enough of them do survive to continue to hold on here. Muta's facing off against the Marines. This is a little bit of a desperation. It's either desperation or it's just pushing him over into the last steps, just sort of knocking him over a little bit. And when you know they're almost dead, but you just need a little bit more to completely destroy them. And yeah, very, very nice creep. It wasn't even an overlord, it was actual creep tumors got all the way over to this 4th base. So that is really, really awesome. But yeah, he's getting out his 4th base. Hart obviously needs it because he's been macroing away like a mad bastard. And meanwhile, Ming does have a 5th base down here, getting a couple of spore crawlers, a spine and a spore, sorry, and doing a fantastic job. And look at this, man. I mean, Ming just sees absolutely everything that's going on down here. Although I don't think he saw this one coming. These guys coming in, the spine could perhaps... No, it's out of range. They're hitting this, and the reinforcements coming down. Going to be totally wiping out this. Hart does manage to save them, but he's moving his main force over there as well. Not a huge creep highway between the left and the right bases, so Hart is going to have a little bit of wiggle time here, but he's not going as fast as he could be. He's not sniping anything. He's not running in, stim running or anything like that. He's just sort of sitting back. And now Ming has to defend this base and this base. He's got threats to both of those bases, and either he needs to split up his army, or I don't know what he needs to do. But it looks like this army may be going for this base, so it looks like this base is where all the action's going to be. And if he flanks off the ramp, it is going to be huge. But he's moving down in front. The Muta's going nuts over here. Actually, not that many Marines defending it, so the Muta's going to do tons of damage. Meanwhile, this army is sort of just running around. The Lings are going to be attacking it. Bailings, tons of Bailings just waiting to come on down. and they're actually running away. He's sacrificing this base, not going to be holding on to it. He's taken out this base anyway, so it feels okay. Meanwhile, another drop coming down there. They all get wiped out by Baneling, so very, very easy defense right there. And he's building a base over there, because why the hell not? But Hart is going to come over here. He can hit this from the high ground, do so much damage. It's going to be very, very painful for Ming to try and push up this ramp to take these guys out. But we will see if Ming manages to do it. He's falling back again. Is he going to sack this base as well? I don't think he can afford to sack that many bases. I think he needs to meet this army at some point. Here we go. The Muta's going to be pushing them back. There's a bunch of Marines, but they're other the back, so yeah, could potentially move that. We've got another small force over there. That force is going to die relatively quickly if Ming sees it and owns it, but he's got his eye on this force over here. Ultras coming out, and that's what he was waiting for. The Ultras to sort of shock up the blows, to sort of take the hits, to allow him to push up this ramp, and he's done it, and now everything starts to get destroyed. The Ultras were the key to that victory, but still, this force coming in here using the disadvantage of the other force to move in here, try and snipe this base. Does manage to snipe the base, but getting pushed back, and now that Ming has the Ultras on the field, and he does actually have 3-3 on these guys, I feel like this game has just entered another level right now. Hart is going to have to push out with the Marauders, going to have to get a ton of Marauders out here, building 3 at a time. It's a good, but I don't know, could it be better? Worker count, it's 70 over 60. Army count, 82 over 70. So Ming with a bit of an advantage in both cases, although worker count, I mean, 10 is basically what you need to be over the Terran player just to be running on even. And because, I mean, you factor at mules and stuff like that is just nasty. So here we go, a Baneling, sorry, is that even a Baneling? I think it's just a Ling. Unfortunate, so it's going to have to get a scan down there just to kill that one Ling. What a waste of energy, but has to be done to get that command center down there. Building another command center, is this a 5th base? Is this going to be like a planetary or something, or is this actually going to be another base? I mean, you can always use more mules, although he's got to be running out of minerals. I mean, these guys, you just saw a mineral patch drop off there. He desperately needs the mining on this base to keep himself in the game. The first 2 bases are down. The 3rd base is rapidly running out. And yeah, look at this. Ming needs this one as well, but he's already got a fully functioning base over here. Bunch of spine crawlers, 1 spore crawler as well. So him, income wise, he's not doing too bad. And Hart, now with this base set up, he's looking very, very strong once again. But it's all rests on this base. I think if he loses this base again, he'll be in a very, very bad situation, because the mining on this base is not going to be able to cut it. It's going to be gone in a matter of minutes. But, oh, a drop coming out here. There's 2 spine crawlers, which is potentially enough, although if they get out of range of the spine crawlers and they can still hit the hatchery, then that is going to be nasty. And it looks like they can. Looks like they can hit the hatchery without being in range. The main army going to come across, going to get rid of them ASAP, and maybe another spine crawler over there is warranted. But look at this, Hart just so tightly defending this base. He knows this base is where it's at, is where the action's going to hit him, and he knows that this base is the critical one. If he loses that base, he's completely screwed. But yeah, he's actually moving out now. He's doing a great move. He could potentially go out, hit the right side, hit the left side, but he's going to be going into the army, and we do have infestors from Ming doing a great job. The Marauders doing some nice snipes of the infestors. Oh, the Widow Mine hitting the Ultra. What a wasted shot right there. Ultras can take like 2 or 3 hits from a Widow Mine and continue to survive. Look at this Ultra. This gets, took like 150 damage. So yeah, 3 hits and they're still going, man. That is freaking awesome. And here we go. It looks like Ming going all the way around the other side, but Hart has realized what he is doing. He's going to push in. Can he take out this expansion? Looks like he can. Baneling's running into that. Ton of Banelings used on a building. Usually Banelings on a command center is not the greatest use there, but I think in that case he was definitely warranted. And a nice fungal on some Marines as he runs off. Really, really great play from Ming right there. It's a beautiful snipe of the base. And now Hart's income is absolutely horrendously low. He needs to either get a ton of guys on this base, or yeah, I don't know what he can do. He really, I mean, look, he should really just move this base over. I mean, why does he need this base anymore? Just move it over there straight away. Don't bother building a command center. That's a complete waste of time. Just move an existing base over there. You need to get mining ASAP. Oh, Here we go. Widow Mines coming in, but they're hitting the Ultras, which doesn't really matter too much. Nice hit on an Infestor there, actually. And now we're looking at it, and it looks like Ming is going for the death push right here. He's got tons of Fungals, he's got tons of Banelings, and Hart is starting to run out of units right here. Getting some reinforcements, he's starting to look a little bit better here. Marauders out the front. The Ultras are taking quite a bit of damage here. It's quite hard to destroy Marauders because the Marauders do have so much health. But the Ultras just chasing him all the way down. And they're starting to go down. Hart gives a GG. He's completely lost everything in this game and just had nothing left. There were more forces around here. The Mutas lasted so long in this game, or maybe he just kept building a ton of them. And look, he only lost 19 Mutas, which is not bad, and he had a total of 10. Okay, so maybe losing 19 Mutas is a pretty big deal. I guess he started building a ton of them at the start, but after that he didn't really build much anymore. He sort of kept it with the ground units for the most part, and the Mutas were just basically a little bit of harassment, but not a main force. So there we go. Ming doing a fantastic job of countering Hart's very, very impressive macro. Just went completely nuts, got up to 90 workers at one point, I think Ming was. And yeah, just doing the good old push. Mutaling transferred into Ultras at the end game, and the push up this ramp where he waited till he got the Ultras, then he pushed up that ramp. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal play there from Mr. Ming, and a very, very well-deserved victory from him. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this game. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will be catching you guys tomorrow for another one, so stay tuned for that.